Hey guys, and welcome back to this spooky episode of the D302 show. I'm your host, Lucas Vargas.
And I'm again, Addy.
And this episode, it's the first episode of October. October's probably it is one of my favorite months. I'm sure it's probably one of yours, no?
No, mine's out in November. But that might be biased because it's also my birthday month.
November 4th.
Yeah.
It's your birthday. You're going to be 20. I can't believe you're going to be 20. I can't believe my next birthday, I'm going to be 20.
Yeah. But I'll be 20 before you, so therefore I'll be cooler.
Okay.
Well, but no, I like November though, because it's just kind of it's 11's a cool number.
Yeah, it's a pretty chill date. Look, I wanted to point out we got our little fall mugs, our matching his and hers fall mugs.
It's fall, y'all. Wait, is that the?
No, there's nothing on it.
Fall,
I think that's why I like
them.
Wait,
you see it?
Oh, like the little rabbit thing?
Yeah, there's a little something on it.
It's a radish.
Fall, y'all.
Here's.
Wait, don't dingle. When did you pour your thing?
Before the pot. I don't know.
Do you think the microphone can hear it?
Probably. It's fizzing. We got pop in here. We don't get coffee or hot chocolate.
No, we have water because we're healthy.
Sure. Okay. First off, if I wasn't so lazy, what I wanted the first bit about the pod, I wanted to make masks. Dream masks. Dream did a face reveal.
I just rubbed against the mic. But yeah, Dream did do a face reveal, and boy, did he get his ass chewed on Twitter for it. I don't think I saw anyone actually compliment him after that face reveal. Besides big people like Bella Porch, Valkyrie, the other big ones.
Well, even Addison Rae, even he came out to her.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Okay.
He did for a lot of people. Like you talking like when he showed his face to Curtis first,
right? Yeah,
yeah. And I've never seen a man get that much hate before,
dude. I felt so bad for him, But at the same time, it was funny. I kind of didn't feel that bad about it.
I thought the memes that came out of it were hilarious.
Yeah, it made me laugh. It gave me something good to laugh about. I think it was funny seeing everyone react to it, and then seeing everyone saying yeah, corpse, please don't face reveal. You will get...
Yeah, because I remember you told me this, and I didn't know about this prior to it, but he has really bad anxiety about his face. And dude, if people think Dream's ugly, holy shit, you and I, bro, we're like the...
What do you mean?
We're like the,
I think we're
they
more
picked us out of the
than...
trash can, bro, and they just,
You don't think we're more attractive than Dream?
Dude, I'm just saying, if he's considered ugly, we're fricked.
Dude. He's a...
Is he gay?
No.
Oh, sorry. He looked gay.
No, he's a...
Real.
So, I mean...
They have a
we're too...
Real.
So...
Sorry.
I think we'd be fine.
True.
But anyways, it was just funny seeing him get roasted. That's all I wanted to say. I wanted to make Dream masks so we could do, our own face reveal.
Oh, wait, before you say anything, we actually got an Instagram now.
Yes.
The D302 Instagram.
It's
what is it?
_D302 show.
I hate that there's underscores.
Dude, I'll take out the underscores. Okay?
Anyways, but yeah, we have an Instagram now. And our first post was actually related to the Dream face reveal.
Yeah. And people said it was funny.
It turned out well, yeah.
Yeah, so let's go.
I still need to show it to my friend. I tell you what, after tonight, I'll post the Instagram page on my Instagram.
Discord? Oh, on your Instagram, really?
Maybe my private. Yeah, maybe my private.
The Life of Addi? Shot by Addi.
Oh, also, for those who know, I don't know, no one will actually care even, but photography, there'll be more posts on Shot by Addi.
Really?
Coming here soon, yeah. I just finished ordering the last little bit of equipment I need for my new camera. And then after that, bro, it's all going to be photos, yeah.
All right, I'm excited.
I took a little bit of a hiatus, I guess, because summer rolled around out of work.
He didn't have his model there with him.
Yep.
I was his model. If you go there and look at all those posts, I think some your biggest hits.
I actually privated a lot of them.
Of me?
No, I think you were the only ones that I didn't private because I want to get into portrait photography. That's also not my Twitch. I just checked it. There's more eyes.
Crap. What if no one's watching because they couldn't find it?
Well, that's awkward.
Oh, this is so... Well, okay. Listen, I'm going to fix this real quick. But anyways, we almost didn't have a pod this week because you almost broke the mixer.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, because I remember going back to the first episode, right? You said your favorite part of the podcast, or not favorite part, but you liked how you can't see what's on the other side of the camera.
Right.
Our cable management is horrendous because we're working with such little space and such big cables. So when I was trying to fix this, also, we're using a different camera for this episode because my micro HDMI cable broke on
Your second
my Sony
camera,
A7 III. So now we're using my Sony A1 with a full HDMI cable as a substitute for now. And I want to say it looks better, but 1080p is 1080p. Like, you can't really see that much more than what it is on the eye or whatever. I don't know. But that's that. New camera here. Same lens, though. I guess that's really it. I don't like how the light's more whiter than usual. But
All right, fixed it.
You fixed it? How many eyes you had?
3.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, that's it.
Also, you also can't tell. We have those crappy, like, the ceilings that you would have in schools where it's like those
It's exactly
foam boards.
the roof ceilings.
Yeah, and you could just push them up. That's how we have the lights strung up. We've got the lights going through the foam and the I guess the what is that called? The beams, the foam and the beams to hold them in place. And we have a room inspection coming up soon.
Yeah, so we're gonna need to be taking them down for just a few days.
Yeah, no pod. Even though we wouldn't record the pod naturally.
That's fine.
And then one more thing too, and then we'll actually start getting into some of the.
Wait, one more thing after that. You tell your thing.
Okay, it might be the same thing.
No, it's definitely not.
Okay, we need a tablecloth because you guys can't see it, but I've shredded this table so much with my X-Acto and utility knife because I had an art project and I was just I had to slice up paper, and I used this table because I didn't want to slice up the actual desk.
It looks like
university provided us.
Like the walls at the house when I first got my cat.
You got a cat?
My cat, yeah, like
what
ruined
was his name?
the walls. Tiny.
And
that motherfucker was huge. It's like a Mexican gangster, you know, they call him Tiny. But this dude's like a big ass. That was my cat, bro.
He was a gangsta cat.
Dude, he was a homeless cat, and then I yoinked him as a little kitten, and then I raised him, bro.
Aw,
I love Tiny.
that's actually
I think
so
he died.
sweet.
No, he's probably pushed. He's almost dead.
Are you not sad? He's like
No.
your pet that you rescued and saved.
Yeah, but shit, they don't live forever.
I know, but like when Archie dies, my cat, I'm gonna be heartbroken. Like I'll be out of commission for a week, especially when Olivia dies. She's my oldest dog.
The Aztec warrior, man.
Dude, I've lived most of my life with her in it, which is crazy to think about. I got her like when I was in kindergarten, and
Yeah, she's old. Was she? Did you get her as a pupper, or was she already?
She was already 1 year old too.
Already one. Yeah.
So I didn't even. She's so cute, bro. I love her.
What dog
Olivia?
was it? Okay,
Olivia,
sorry, I'm not gonna get too
appreciation post.
sidetracked. But second thing, before we get on to the actual episode,
All right.
it's not next week, but the week after next, we have fall break, and that lands on a Monday, Tuesday. So we have a 4-day weekend, and usually we record our pod on Tuesday, so that episode might be a little.
Even though
anyways.
today's Wednesday.
We don't have an actual schedule. It's just, we record it once a week, man.
Dude, we were gonna record it last night, but then someone was tired.
We record it once a week.
Okay, yeah,
For the most part.
real.
Yeah.
I think we only missed 1 week, and that wasn't even our fault. That was
True, we did actually record that week,
Yeah,
but it just got corrupted.
So technically, we've recorded every single week.
Yeah, we just don't have proof for that week.
Right.
Actually, there's probably still that file somewhere, but it'll just be a black hour-long file.
Because we didn't have video and there was no audio, so we'll post it somewhere, and you can just watch 1 hour and like 3 minutes of us just
Black screen.
Black screen.
Yeah.
But one thing I do want to mention, if this is your first podcast episode, which I doubt it is, maybe you need a refresher anyways. YouTube.com, the D302 show, has all the video formats of the D302 show. So go check us out on there if you want to see what the studio looks like.
The scuffed ass studio.
But
The only thing scuffed about it is honestly the lights, man.
dude,
It's like there's
they're
no
not
way to make it good.
perfect. Yeah, it's like, why is the X behind you? I don't even.
I don't even like. It wasn't like that at the beginning though, because we both used to have lights, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happened.
We got the shelf and the. Well, I guess we've always had that shelf when we did the pod, but we got the mini fridge. So
We did get a fridge, yep.
Oh, and we had to shift. And you moved your desk, so we've had to shift this table around a lot.
That is true, but I think we have more table space like this now.
Yeah, I like it. But all right, you tell your thing because you said you had something to say.
So we want to start with that. That was the fall break. That was it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, if you couldn't tell by, we have 2 new sounds on the soundboard. There's the wolf howl. I played the thunder at the beginning just to indicate that it was an October episode.
October.
So
it's Halloween this month.
Yeah. Did you just ask if Halloween is this
month?
month?
Thanksgiving's next month, right?
Addison.
Okay, no, just keep going. Keep going.
No.
What? I always get the two confused.
Why did you ask me what fruit?
No, I asked what
banana pepper
it looked
was?
like. I asked what it looked like.
You asked you're like, what do you think? What fruit is a banana pepper? What does it look like?
Yeah.
I was like, what do you mean? It's a banana pepper. It looks like a bigger, yellower jalapeno.
They're a lot longer than I thought. Actual like
pepper.
Yeah. No, they're cool.
I get that. All right. So this episode, we asked some of our viewers, we asked some of our friends to give us some ghost stories.
Yeah, because I think that's our main focus today. Is
right.
A little time about ghost stories.
We're reading ghost stories. So I'm actually excited about this episode. I've hinted at it before, but I love more horror, creepier stuff.
Man, you love this thing too much.
Even though I can't watch The Babadook without crying.
Real.
I didn't cry, but I was like almost.
My face when I literally predicted that the dog die.
Hey, spoiler!
Unlucky, no one's gonna see that movie.
That movie from 2013.
Yeah,
but okay.
Aztecs made that thing.
Anything? When did the Aztecs stop making things? 2013 was
it
like
changes,
less than
bro.
10 years ago.
It changes. This year will be in a few months. It'll be 10 years ago.
Really? Yeah,
that's
okay.
crazy.
But all right. Oh. So these are some points I wanted to get out last episode, but I just forgot.
Okay, the tattoo episode, tattoos, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Tattoos. Flashback to tattoos. Okay, first, the chain has a little bumpy bump at the top. And I just want to say that it was funny. The story behind it's funny. It's because I was teasing Logan. My brother was there. He was getting a tattoo. And when he was waiting on his, I was getting that one. And I texted him saying, Logan, back out now. This is hurt. Like, it hurts. It's so painful. Don't get it. As a joke. And I laughed. And that's when he goes, uh-oh, the tattoo artist. And I was like, what do you mean, uh-oh? And so, but now there's a story behind it, and I don't really care. I think it looks fine. It looks good. And second of all, the mushrooms on the chest, it's on the left side of my chest, and it kind of looks like a biological heart almost. And
I guess it does look kind of like a biological heart, yeah.
Yeah, see? And so I really frick with that heavily. So I just wanted to get that
frick with that heavily. I wonder where I've heard that one before.
Tis a mystery, bro. Tis a mystery. All right. So, we are flying through here. We've got so many things checked off the notes.
Episode, they have the whole segment made no sense to them.
Oh, well.
You need to go back and watch that. That was a good episode.
That was our best episode yet.
Yep.
Also, okay.
That's a whole other story on its own.
The elevator. You guys.
It's gonna fall one day,
dude. I thought it fell last night. I swear, from the third floor all the way to the basement.
Oh yeah.
The floor was shaking.
Yeah.
Like we were. I looked at Addison, and we just died laughing after it stopped. We thought someone
not
died.
safe for use, bro.
I was literally. It shakes every time you ride it. So just don't ride it. Take the stairs. Even though I know we're both too lazy to take the stairs.
Unless that one day when I went to the elevator just never came. Also, it did that in the math building Monday. I went to the math building and I took from first floor, the elevator, I pressed a button. It did not come for 3 minutes.
No shot, you take the elevator.
So I had to walk like 3 stairs, three stairs. I mean, 3, what are they called? Flights of stairs. Not that much, but it's a little much for me. You're a little much.
For like a Monday morning.
Yeah.
I get that.
And holy moly.
All right. So, not only do we have audience ghost stories, but we also have ghost stories from me and you. Even though I don't believe in ghosts, when I was a kid, I used to. And so, this was like what made me believe in ghosts was this story. And now looking back on it now, it wasn't even that scary, but it's still funny to talk about today.
Funny.
It's funny.
I have, I'm sure more will come up as I go, but I know I got two stories for sure. One's kind of eerie, but one's for sure like
ghost
supernatural. Yeah.
All right. Wow. Do we read ours or do we read the audience's?
I don't know. How do we segue into this? Okay.
Ghost Stories. Read by Lucas Vargas and Addison Pryor.
Wait, that just made me think about it. Do you remember when like when you were in elementary school, right? Did you have like the fifth graders come into your class and read you stories?
Yeah, I was a fifth grader coming in the class and reading stories.
Yeah, well, I mean we did that too. But
Okay.
when you were a third grader, did you ever have to sit crisscross applesauce and listen to fifth graders?
Yeah.
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 I miss that, bro. Something about
Do you want
watching
me to
them
read
like
it- do you want
have
me to read
like
to you?
fear. No, they were so scared to sit there and to read because
Dude.
they had to do it.
Okay. No, not to brag, but the teachers liked me so much that I got assigned 3 kids, 3 first graders. One was like super calm, super chill. I liked him. One was he was like bad, and
Oops, sorry.
one was just well. I'm not gonna talk about him. He did have special needs, so I'm not gonna talk about him.
Okay.
He was actually I really liked him. He was my favorite. Okay, the bad one. One day I had to go to the bathroom. I come back, and the good kid is sitting there crying, holding his thumb. And I'm like, what happened? And he's crying too much, and the bad one's just sitting there with his arms folded, all like mad and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, guys, I was gone for 2 seconds. What is going on? And what had happened was, like, the special needs kid had to come up to me and was like, here's what happened.
Oh, so he snitched on everyone.
The bad kid bit the good kid.
He bit the
He
kid.
bit the good kid.
Oh my god.
And like, the teachers just expected us to be the teachers in this situation. And I was
So
like,
what'd you do then?
I was like, what the freak? Don't bite kids. And then I don't think I read to him that day.
Oh yeah.
I think I
He's
made
probably,
it.
He's probably happy.
Okay, do you ever take AR test?
Is that like a reading level test?
Yeah.
Yeah, with the small little green books.
Okay, it was just a bunch of different books, but
I did take them, yeah.
like I made him go take a few AR tests while I read to the
Oh
other
my
two.
god, that's evil.
I was mad. I was like, why did you bite that kid? And so I read to the other two. But anyways, let's get into Ghost Stories, read by Lucas Vargas and Addison Pryor, narrated by a D302 show. All right, the first story tonight is an eerie one. Do we keep the voice or no?
No, please no. God, no.
I
let you have creative freedom. You do whatever you want to do.
I'll do the chills voice. On a trip to Gatlinburg.
I hate that guy.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, I watched him before I knew he was a meme.
Same. And I didn't know his voice was annoying until someone pointed that out.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
Oh my god, wait, he's so annoying.
I
Life was clearer before I knew that.
Right, yeah. If I could just watch him without hearing, like, I think what made it even worse was the whole, like, number 15,
Yeah.
Burger King foot lettuce. And that was the most annoying thing in the world. I don't know why. And my friend Garrett just kept saying it over. I wanted to drown that kid. I was like, shut up, please.
He was lost in the sauce.
Why?
Sorry, bro.
Yeah. You got a little lost in the podcasting sauce there.
I guess so.
All right.
But yeah, frick that guy. Wait, change your voice. Do
Okay.
corpse voice.
On a trip to
Okay, never mind. Don't do that one. Do Mr. Nightmare.
Oh, dude.
He has banger stories, Mr. Nightmare.
I know. On a trip to Gatlinburg, my sister and her fiance decided to do a ghost walk. Their tour guide gave them devices that allowed the ghosts to speak to them as they walked past different buildings. She said they heard the ghost say a lot. She said she heard the ghost say a lot, although she wasn't believing any of it, thinking it was all fake and stuff. That wasn't until she said the device said our mom's name clearly. I laughed when she started telling us the story until she said what the device said next. Adultery. We both stared at each other as our mom had recently cheated on our stepdad. Freaky stuff.
Freaky stuff?
Freaky stuff. So, to recap.
I think I need before. I think I'm missing information.
All right. So, this person's sister went to Gatlinburg.
Yep.
Okay?
Mhm.
Then, when they went on a ghost tour, I guess they were using like a spirit box or something, or like, because we're familiar with that. And the ghost, I guess, said their mom's name. And then when they didn't believe it at first, and then the ghost said adultery, which is cheating.
Yeah.
Okay, and that was what their mom had done there recently.
I think I'm just dumb because I heard all. Okay.
Okay, I don't know
Sorry.
what else to.
I know. I
Do
get
you
it.
understand
No, I
now?
get it. Yeah. I don't know why I asked for clarification because I understood it all. I think I was okay. For those who weren't watching, I was on my phone for like a split second, so I got sidetracked.
Why do you get on your phone when you do the pod?
Bro,
That makes me so mad.
I
You
was
don't
trying to
understand?
find a new cable for that thing that I just broke.
Dude, whenever I'm like doing the pod and I just catch you in my peripherals and you're just on your phone, I just want to take your phone and slam it
'Cause
against the ground.
I feel
and shatter
weird.
it.
What else am I supposed to do here?
Dude,
This system.
this is why you need your own. This is why you need the Mac over here. Get the MacBook. Read your notes. Oh, that's
My
right. You
notes are
don't
in my
record
dome.
notes.
They're in my
Exactly.
domer.
You need to put them on the Google
Get
Doc.
back on track. Get back on track.
Okay, so what did you think of that episode? Was it scary?
No.
Okay.
If the
the
ghost
ghost-
just said adultery,
Well, it said their mom's name and then adultery.
I mean that's weird.
It's freaky.
Yeah, it's freaky.
Freaky stuff.
It is freaky stuff. I
So
feel like that could be a whole Mr. Nightmare story.
Real, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It could be on his channel. All right. Next story. It's actually, it's sort of a story. I'll just expose this person. Their name's Garrett. And he just called me up and told me this story. He said it's not his either. But he said when his youth pastor was younger, he didn't believe in ghosts, but he did believe in demons and angels. He said he doesn't know which one this was, but when he lived across the room from his twin sister, he saw a figure in his sister's room. It was bright and it scared him. And then later, he went back to sleep. Later on, woke up and saw the bright figure in front at the foot of his bed. And he said he got scared, went out of the covers. And when he called for his parents, they came in and there was no one there. So, angel, demon, ghost.
I feel like if you believe in angels and demons, you have to believe in the in between,
Yeah.
which is the supernatural.
Yeah. Like, if you believe in ghosts, you have to believe in some religion and vice versa. If you believe in some religion, I feel like you have to believe in ghosts. So,
Isn't the bibliography thing of ghosts like not biblical?
What the freak did you just say to me?
What's the word where it's like
biblical?
Biblical thing of ghosts is like their souls are lost, so they're like wandering around trying to find something.
I don't know if that's the biblical version of a
think
ghost.
that is,
but that's
right?
like,
Or they're supernatural, or like spirits, you know?
yeah. I mean, is that what God said?
Yeah, I had a conversation with him. I think
okay.
that's what he said to me.
He's a pretty chill guy.
Yeah, he wrote a book and I read it, a couple pages.
I hate you. That was so stupid. That was so
good.
stupid. All right. Next story. Wait. Was that one scary? What would we get that one? Out of 10.
I mean, these are too short to really like, you know. Like,
Okay. Don't worry. When you get to mine, you're probably gonna pee your pants.
okay, and that says I'll probably predict it.
No.
I predict forward things.
Okay. Next story. I was helping my mom at our church set up for vacation Bible school. We were hanging decorations when I saw a kid jump and swat one of the decorations while laughing, then run behind a corner. My mom turned to him and told him to leave. We were the only ones there supposed to be there. And after the kid didn't come back out, we decided to go look for him. We searched the entire church but couldn't find him anywhere. Me and my mom know we didn't imagine him, but we still don't know if he was a ghost or just some kid trying to pull a prank on us. Hey, what do you give that one? That one. Whoo.
Really?
No.
That's just spook. Like it's weird.
The last one actually like is probably I wouldn't say the scariest. If I had to pick this like the one that was the most eerie, I guess definitely the last one.
The last out of the was that the last? Because we have
That
one
was
more, right?
Yeah, we have one more.
I think the most eerie one so far might have been the second one.
Really?
Yeah. Only because it kind of sounds like
So Garrett came through.
sleep paralysis almost.
Oh,
Because I've experienced that before, and that shit's scary.
I listen. We've established that throughout the nights I get a little freaky sometimes.
Yeah.
If I've ever had sleep paralysis, just know that the Holy Spirit ain't holding my body down. I'm going to be jumping up, screaming.
That's quite literally what sleep paralysis is.
I know. But like, I guess I'm just built different. There's no
I
way.
guess so.
Like if I see the Hat Man standing at the foot of my bed, I'm throwing hands. I don't care if I'm paralyzed. I'm throwing hands.
Okay.
And you're gonna hear. I'll start. I'll be
Crying. You're crying.
literally crying. And then once I finally get the ability to scream, I'm crawling into bed with you.
That's so weird.
What?
I'm kicking you out of bed.
No.
Yeah.
What if I'm scared? What if I'm scared?
Go sleep with the Hat Man.
You are the bucket hat man. Look at our cool hats. If you're on the YouTube version,
Yeah. I haven't busted the bucket hat in a little bit.
I know it looks kind of
Usually I
fly.
have matching hats.
Cute.
Yeah. Couple goals. Homie goals.
Can I read the next story now?
Yeah, good.
Okay, thank you. All right. Oh wait, no.
Why?
I've got two
Okay.
stories.
That's fine.
All right. But this one's pretty freaky, and I think the next one's honestly pretty freaky too.
Okay.
So, a few years ago, my family moved into a new house. It definitely looked like something out of a horror movie. Whether that made us more inclined to believe it was haunted, I don't know. However, there's been several unexplainable events that have taken place inside the house. First, every once in a while, my bedroom door will shake and swing open, only for none of my family members to be on the other end. But the most eerie piece of evidence occurred when my mom was moving out boxes from her bedroom. She told me she looked up and saw a man wearing red flannel. She freaked out and began to run away, only for him to vanish. We ended up calling the previous owner, and she cried as she told us that a red flannel was the exact shirt her husband was wearing the day he died. I should also note he had a heart attack in the bedroom, in that bed, or not, I guess in that bed, but in bed in that same room.
I feel like it should be legal. It should be it should be illegal to not disclose people passing away in the house before you sell it. So if someone buys a house, they should know
I
who's
think in
all
some
died
states
in
it
it.
is.
Is that a thing? It should be a thing.
I think it is.
Because that's weird.
Yeah.
But those, like, you hear those stories all the time, you know?
And they kind of, I don't know, that would be freaky. I don't want to sleep in the same room that I know someone died in.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't want to do that.
Even if it wasn't even like especially, okay, maybe that's murders. Maybe if someone was murdered in the house, they have to disclose that. I feel like that's even, a murder's even.
Yeah, I think you're right. Any crime related incidents have to be reported.
So,
But maybe not natural passings.
maybe, yeah. So, I don't know.
You should still disclose natural
Yeah,
passings.
I still don't want to sleep in the room where someone died, regardless of if they were chopped up in the bits by
Sleep
an
in the-
axe or
in the
like.
dog house. Dog. That's why I'll sleep. If the house is
Because you got that dog in you.
Yeah, I'd be the dog.
That's just an inside joke between me and Addy.
But yeah, man, that's creepy. But I've definitely heard a lot of stories from like that.
Right.
And that's a real thing.
So was that one creepy?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Mm.
I picked out some good stories, didn't I? But
Nah,
picked them out. I mean, I was calling people like, okay, please give me your stories. I need stories for the podcast. But we got our stories. All right. Final story from the audience.
Audience.
This one's okay. It's smaller, but I feel like it's
Is that
got,
the whole thing right there?
Yeah.
That one sentence?
Okay. My sister once freaked out because she thought she saw a dark figure. Well, next week, light bulbs started unscrewing themselves from the basement. And that's where
Unscrewing themselves.
that's where the sister thought she saw a figure, was in the basement. And I don't know, that if light bulbs started raining down on me.
Why do you figure the ghost unscrewing light bulbs? Can't they just turn it off anyways? They just be like, turn off light.
I feel like if you're trying to scare someone, I think unscrewing the light bulb and having it crash onto the floor would be a lot more terrifying.
Oh, you know the stories of people like living in people's basements and there's like a what's it called? Like a
Like a
crawl
squatter?
space?
Oh yeah, like the attic.
And then they don't know it's there, but they live in it.
Yeah.
That's weird too, dude.
Every once in a while, I get freaked out thinking someone's doing that because in my mom's closet, the upstairs mom's closet, I swear that someone lives in there because
Really?
every once in a while, it literally sounds like people are walking up there, and like
Literally this building, bro.
Yeah, even
there
though
has to be a fourth floor, but there's not.
There's no fourth floor, but there is.
Yeah, there like it has to be like the hidden ghost, like the ghost floor or something.
They're all just having like a roof party.
That's what like, they have to be doing something. They're
I-
always moving furniture around.
Literally though, like we were once told that one of the buildings has roof access, and that's where all the people hang out on campus. So you think like,
This would be a cool building.
yeah? Do you think people are having roof parties up here?
Does the staircase go up anymore? Have you looked at the staircases over here?
No.
I mean, yeah, never mind. It doesn't even if, like. There's no like I don't know. Never mind. But yeah, it'd be cool. People just chilling on the roof. Very cool as hell though.
I mean, now that it's cold outside, yeah, but like when it was like August and September when we were hearing it most, makes sense. And they're just chilling up there, and Addie's like, "There's a ghost. There's a ghost floor."
Scooby Doo. Can I be Shaggy?
I'm Shaggy.
Yeah, I want to be.
Scooby.
Scooby.
Yeah.
I'll be Scooby.
I'm sorry, bro.
Everyone
You can be
loves Scooby
Shaggy.
more.
I'll be.
No, I want to be Scooby.
Okay, good.
Scooby's cool. Yeah.
Okay. No, you go.
That's it.
I went to I was Shaggy for Halloween once.
Really, dude?
Yeah.
I wore the same Scream costume.
One?
Huh?
Did it bleed?
Yeah, but I was too poor to actually buy the knife one. So like, I just had the costume.
Right, yeah.
I wore that one for like 5 or 6 years in a row.
I think the knives are like $2 at Walmart.
They probably were, but my parents were like, no. Maybe it's because it was too violent. I don't know.
That's
the
I don't know why that was so
blood was
funny to
too
me. It
real.
was just... All right, now you give your story.
Okay, so all these stories happened when I was younger, which is weird because apparently, younger kids are more more
Yeah, it's like kids and like your pets
like
are more like
toddlers, kids, pets. Yeah, they can they're more aware. Is that their word or something?
yeah, they pay more attention, I guess.
So let me think. I don't know where I want to start really. They're not gonna be too long. One of them's gonna be a little longer than the other. But when I first moved up here from Arizona, we found this cheap hotel type. No, it wasn't a hotel. It was a apartment. And according to my mom, I used to in the Arizona house, I could go around it in the dark, whatever. Nothing about the dark scared me then, but something about the new house and the new apartment actually in Sioux Falls was that every single time, I was just too scared of the dark for some reason. And it was smaller than the house in Arizona too. So she thinks that there was something in the dark that I saw at some point, and then I was just too scared to go in the dark by myself. So I always had to wear I had to have a flashlight on me always.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I have a theory for this, and I'm trying not to be like the one guy that's like, well, here to prove your ghost story, because I like ghost stories, but you can maybe debunk this or debunk me.
I can debunk my own story.
Well, I was just gonna say, I feel like as you grow older, to a certain okay, this is gonna sound backwards, but as you grow older, you become more afraid of the dark, and then because when you're a little kid, I feel like you're not really that scared of the dark, but then as you sort of get more and more of an imagination, you're like, okay, well, what if the Hat Man's sitting in the dark, and then eventually you get old enough where you're like, there's no such thing as a Hat Man that can be in the dark, and therefore you lose that fear again.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're me, I freaking hate the dark so much.
But also in that same apartment complex, building onto the story, because I just remembered, we had this really bad thunderstorm one time at night, and this lightning was bright as hell. And I remember I was trying to go to the kitchen one night or something, and it was too dark. I can't remember the exact details of it, but I remember the lightning shook right outside the window, and then it lit up the living room. And I swear to God, I saw something sit on the couch. It was just like a black thing.
Wow.
I kid you not. I swear to God. And then I just booked it back to my room.
I would too.
I think that apartment was weird, bro. We didn't stay there for too long though. Thankfully.
Good. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe ghosts are real, and maybe that was.
They just live in the dark. I don't know.
That's not what I was going.
That's
with,
where I'm going. They live in the dark, so that's why I had a nightlight. I grew up with a nightlight.
Me too.
After that, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I told you I don't like the dark.
I mean, now I can deal with it.
Oh yeah.
Well, some nights I get I trick myself out, and then I need I'll turn the bathroom light on when I'm trying to sleep or something.
I mean, I don't want to flame you, but I haven't had to use a nightlight since I was 10 or 11.
I mean, does a bathroom light count as a night light? kind of.
Yes.
Yeah.
In this context, yes. When like you were too scared to go to
But
sleep.
here's the
in
dumb
dark.
part, though, right? If I have one other person in the room with me, I'll never get suspicious of shit like that before. But if it's just me in the room,
Mhm.
I'll trip myself out so easily, man.
Well, see, that's how I am with like, yeah, I get that. Cause when I'm with you and stuff, um, I'll watch scary stories or like scary like YouTube videos at night.
That's what it was that one night. Sorry, keep going.
Oh, well, I was just
There was one night where like I had to sleep with the bathroom light on because I remember I went down this rabbit hole on the TikTok about like it was like the scariest haunted places in America, and I just kept watching video after video after video.
yeah.
I was I was set up to fail at that point, and then at the end of it, I was like, okay, there's ghosts in the room now. I'm dead.
You got to turn on the nightlight.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, I don't blame you.
Yep.
I refuse to watch anything remotely scary after like 10 p.m. Especially when I'm home, like when I'm at my house and I gotta sleep in my own room.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, no way. I'm watching like top 10 gruesome ways people have been murdered in their own homes when they thought the doors were locked, but the murder snuck in through the window.
When I was younger, whenever I had to watch scary content, after every single like whatever it was I was watching, I had to watch hours of like kid PBS or something, kids PBS, like not like SpongeBob, but like kid shows, you know?
No, like I like Bubble Guppies.
Bubble Guppies and like Caillou and like Caillou. I remember Caillou vividly for some reason, but I'd always turn that on just to like, okay, like calm my strut.
Calm myself. It's literally so innocent. There's some like freaky episodes in SpongeBob, especially after you've been like watching a horror movie. Yeah, I've been there too. Maybe we just live like the same lives.
Maybe.
But anyway, so do you want my story or do you want to tell your second story?
Well, after I tell my second story, I probably won't have that much more to share. So
okay, well I've only got one story.
Ah shit. That's okay. Freak. You tell your story and then that'll spiral into something and then just keep going.
Okay. So I don't want to pin an age to me. We'll just go with 8. And I had this, it was me, Logan, and our older cousin, Zachary. And we were one time just playing around in our grandfather's workshop down in the basement. And Zachary was sort of trying to scare us, but he would, anyways, then all of a sudden, when he's trying to scare us, the lights start flickering. and me and Logan didn't believe him at first because we thought he was still trying to scare us. But at the same time, we didn't really know how he was doing it because he wasn't even near the light switch. There was no one near the light switch when the lights started flickering. And then me and Logan were just dumb. We were like, Zachary, stop it. And he's like, he's starting to get freaked out. He's like, what do you guys mean? And we're like, quit doing the lights. And he was like, guys, how am I doing the lights if I'm over here? Literally, it was ripped out of a show. I forget what show it was. I think it was the SpongeBob Graveyard Shift. That episode scared me too. But it's the same thing where SpongeBob was like, Squidward, stop doing the lights. And Squidward was away from the lights. It was 100% this exact same thing. Me and Logan were like, Zachary, stop doing the lights.
I don't think it was a graveyard episode. It was the episode when the spatula dude.
The graveyard episode. It's the Graveyard Shift.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, the reason it started because
there's like a new spatula invented, right?
No. I'll explain it. Mr. Krabs finds out he can make more money if he's open 24 hours. So he makes SpongeBob and Squidward work the graveyard shift, that late shift. And Squidward gets annoyed with SpongeBob and bored, so he just tells him that story of the hash slinging slasher.
That's what it was. Yeah, the hash slinging slasher.
And he had a spatula for a hand.
That episode was so scary for what, man?
I don't know. Like literally, I remember the first time I watched it, I was in my grandmother's bedroom for some reason, and I was by myself, and I literally got so scared of the episode, but I was lying in her bed, and her and my brother I don't even know what they were. They were just gone, and I refused to get up to go look for them because I was so scared. I get like that sometimes. Where like I am so scared that I feel like as soon as I leave the spot I'm in, I'm going to get offed. So I was like, oh. Luckily, the second episode came on, and it was much more lighter. But I did not like it. But anyways, back to my story,
Sorry,
right?
yeah.
The lights flickering. I was like, Zachary, Milo was like, Zachary, stop. He's like, guys, how am I doing this if I'm right here? And we were like, huh? And then,
Guys put two and two together.
yeah, me and Logan were like, okay. And so we were like, okay, let's just go back upstairs. Then we're walking to the stairs, and then we swear to God, we hear footsteps coming back from that workshop. And that's when we all booked it. We all booked it away from that workshop. And we got upstairs, and we made sure everyone that was at our grandmother's house at the time was upstairs. And it was just, they were all upstairs. So whatever we were hearing down in the basement was not one of them. And then this was like,
how long did it take for you guys to go back down there?
Like
couple days?
Probably like longer than probably a few weeks. I don't think me and Logan went back down there without because we had 13 cousins, right? And so most of them were older than us. We would not go down there and Zachary was only 1 year older than us. We had it older than Zachary, and we would go back down to the basement. But it was a pretty freaky situation.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But from then on, I was like, oh yeah, ghosts are real. And then literally a week later, and now I'm not saying this is a ghost story. I'm saying this is a story I thought was a ghost story.
Okay.
And because my grandparents owned a lot of land, and they had a dump truck out there once. And I remember I was standing on one side of the dump truck peeing, and I thought I heard footsteps. And then I literally stopped peeing, looked around the truck, and there was no one there. And wait, hang on. And when I went around the dump truck, there was no one there. Yeah, scary, huh? Scary stuff. Freaky stuff.
Freaky stuff. That's freaky stuff, Lucas.
That was some freaky stuff. All right, so do you think your story can top that one?
Yes, actually, because it's documented. Okay. There is physical proof of these existing. This one existing. So it only works. Do you believe in spirits?
No.
Okay, well then you might not believe it. But do you know of spirit orbs and how they exist, right?
Yeah, I know of spirit orbs.
So there was one winter. It was again in this apartment. Everything happened in this one apartment.
Really?
Yeah. So it was a winter, and it was my sisters and I and my mom. We were outside, and I was building. I think I was building It was my first winter of moving up to South Dakota.
Oh, because you guys probably didn't have winters down in Arizona.
Yeah. So this was the first time seeing snow. So we were out there in snow gear, and it was late at night. And the only thing, this was a newly renovated apartment, so there wasn't much infrastructure around it. There's no buildings or anything. But we were building snowmen outside, and my mom just took an innocent photo of my sisters and I.
Right.
And again, this is documented. There's physical photos and a digital photo. I can pull it up after this.
I want to see it.
There's proof. So many white orbs in the background.
All right, can we?
And then there was 2 red ones.
Do you think the white? So you're thinking the white orbs were maybe good spirits, and the red ones?
That's what my mom said. She was like, there's spirits all over here. So she thinks that the apartment was built on a graveyard or something, an old graveyard, or maybe a native land,
Native American graveyard. Boom! Spooky sound effect.
But yeah, I have to show you those photos. I think she has one of them on Facebook. I know for sure. But the other photos are physical in a box somewhere.
Right.
But there's just orbs surrounding my sisters and I, and there's a lot of them too.
Sorry, I'll put a picture over the video. So if you go to should we post it on Instagram?
I think we should post the video on Instagram.
The clip, clip it.
Sure. Yeah,
and we'll put that on Instagram. Okay.
Shorts, yeah, that works.
Yeah, there you go. And so find that video or find that picture on our Instagram. But if you go there, make sure you follow or go to our YouTube, in which case make sure you subscribe and like the video.
Yeah.
Put us through the algorithm.
That story never really like it's never scared me, but it's definitely a freaky story. That like it was just orbs everywhere, like spirit orbs.
Yeah, I mean, like that would scare me too.
Yeah.
Like just knowing, like just having the thought, like, oh cow, every time the place I'm living is literally like infested with spirits.
Yeah. I think there was so much creepy stuff that happened in the apartment, but I was too young to actually like
Remember it?
to what's the word? Consume it all?
I see what you're
I
trying
think
to
that
say.
was the word.
Like you're trying to like
Like I didn't want to
process
believe it
it.
type of thing, yeah.
Yeah. No, I'll be honest. I can't explain everything in the world. I'm not even going to try to.
Mm.
I like. There's so many videos and pictures online that I'm like, it's just one of those things where I'm like, okay, if this is not fake and doctored, then it's 100% ghosts are real. Like there's no other way it
You
could be
believe in
like.
aliens?
Yeah, I believe in aliens, but like,
I guess it's easier to believe in aliens than it is to believe in ghosts.
I mean, yeah, because like, life has already proved itself possible in the universe. And so like it's so easy to explain aliens as, it's just different life from not from Earth. But I wouldn't really even begin to explain a ghost. Because for a ghost to exist, there has to be a spirit. Right? Like cuz like how else can a ghost exist? Unless
I don't know how that works. I feel like don't ghosts lose their spirit and they're trying to find it or something?
Well, then what is a ghost if not a spirit?
I don't know. Maybe they're two separate. I can't explain it because I don't know it.
Well, like, yeah, like there's no way that you and I could become a ghost if we don't have spirits, because after we die, what part of us would become a ghost?
Yeah.
It would have to be our spirit.
Yeah.
And I'm not really a spirit person. I just don't believe in them. So therefore, I don't really see a possibility of ghost existing. But aliens is, like I said, it's just life on a different planet. I don't believe that aliens have visited Earth, unfortunately. Just because.
Man, I can argue that statement
Really?
so much, man. Like it's just like
Roswell?
who's that?
It's a town in New Mexico. That's where.
Is that the first UFO sighting?
I don't think it was I mean, people say that like. I mean, people can find proof of UFOs since like ancient Egypt. People think that there was UFOs landing. Even
that's where I think they first came from, is ancient Egypt.
Well, like I'm saying, not even
or
like
even before
the
that,
hieroglyphics
I guess.
and stuff.
Because like, have you seen the hieroglyphics of like people like of them like with like planes and they're like
Yeah.
dropping things?
Yeah. I like that's what I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
And like, there's just like it's too crazy to think that they rolled like a 1% chance of surviving all the way up to here. Like they made it past all the barriers, like the sicknesses, the diseases that you spread
yeah.
easily, the food shortages, the like
humanity.
like
Okay.
humanity's made it this far by itself, quote unquote. That's crazy, bro. There's no way. Like everything would have to, the stars would quite literally have to align, but there's no way.
I 100% think the stars literally just did align. Okay.
And then aliens came down when the stars aligned.
Well, think about this. Think about it this way. If stars already had to align for life to start here.
Yeah.
Because there's only so much like you can't. They're like, scientists are pretty much certain that you can't have life without water, liquid water. So there has to be a Goldilocks zone. Then it's just so crazy, like
how we evolved from like cells.
Well, yeah. How like they think like a lightning struck a pond and that created life.
I've not heard that one before.
And then, well, like that's what scientists think. And then that life slowly evolved more and more over time. And now we're here hosting a podcast.
That's just Too crazy.
Well,
Like, how do we make it past everything to just end up here?
I think it's just
Like, look at, like, imagine trying to survive the common cold when you're just like a tribe in Africa. You're gonna die.
well. I mean, a lot did.
But how do we not all die?
It just by luck. I mean,
talking like
it
we
was
need
already.
like a 0.00000% chance of surviving, and we rolled that.
Yeah, that's why. That's why I don't think. I definitely believe in aliens, but that's why I don't believe that like aliens have really visited Earth. I feel like there's no. I can't see aliens be eating anywhere even close to Earth. Just because it's such a. I'm not gonna say, in the grand scheme of things, mathematically speaking.
Mathematically speaking.
I'm sorry. Yeah, talk about algebra here.
Mathematically speaking.
There's so many opportunities out in space that like you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Even if it's rare, this whole process is repeated over and over again. Space is so huge that by this point it's almost impossible for life not to exist.
Oh yeah, it's impossible for life not to exist.
But at the same time, life also can't really like I can't see more than one intelligent species, especially species that are so intelligent that they can create space travel anywhere close to Earth.
So if we can do it, why can't they do it?
We can't do it.
Well, we can travel to different planets.
Okay.
Granted, not the best yet, but we
But
can.
we have to fly to another Earth-like planet.
Mhm.
And right now we've yet to put someone on Mars.
Yeah.
And so we have to not only leave our solar system, but then go to a planet that when humans land on, we're not going to absolutely die. And you never see an alien in a spacesuit. So we have to find one that we can land on that has an oxygen, like atmosphere with oxygen in it.
Well, maybe they don't need
with
oxygen.
the perfect temperature.
You know how we're like carbon based?
Yeah.
What if they're like not carbon based?
Well,
and they have
there's a reason we're
like
carbon
rules
based.
rules of physics just don't exist for them.
Okay, rules of physics can't exist for them.
You can the rules. I remember I watched the Neil deGrasse the really famous thing.
Yeah.
I don't know his name.
Neil deGrasse.
But like in other galaxies, they don't play by the same rules we play in, which is weird, huh? Like everything we know.
I don't know enough about
everything we know here will not apply to another galaxy.
I think for the most part, no.
Mm-mm.
So then what? How can it not? How can it not? How can it not?
I don't know. Like
gravity has to work the same. If I throw, like, the law, like if I throw a ball in a vacuum in the Milky Way, that ball should continue forever, unless gravity or something else stops it. If I go all the way to the Andromeda galaxy and throw a ball in a vacuum, say I throw a ball in space, that ball should go forever until it hits an asteroid or like another planet or gets affected by like some star's gravity or something like that. You see what I'm saying? I don't understand. Like I don't understand.
I don't understand either. It's crazy, dude.
I mean, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right.
I mean, I don't think he even knows Neil deGrasse. Like this is all speculation,
right? I get that,
but it makes sense for it not to work, for it not to be the same,
right?
Which is weird.
Okay, so back to the point I was trying to make before you dropped that bomb on me.
Sorry, yeah, think about that. Prosper that one, bro.
There's a reason we're carbon based, and that's because it's super abundant, carbon super abundant, and it was super easy to make life like it's carbon. And they think like if something's not carbon based, the next possible like way a species can be formed is with silicon.
I think I remember Isaac talking about that.
I talked about that.
Was it you?
I told you guys that.
So imagine a silicon-based species.
Right.
Do they even need oxygen?
That's a question for someone that's not me.
Yeah. So like, see what I'm saying is though, like, what we know cannot, like, it can do, like things can just exist without us. Like, I don't know, like, I don't know, man. I
Maybe-
don't know what I'm trying. It's too big for me to even talk about.
Maybe we need like Reddit to step in on this one.
Next
With-
thing we know, the Earth is flat and we're all going to hell.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
That's Reddit in a nutshell.
if there is a hell, me and you are probably going to hell.
No, I'm going to heaven.
Why did you agree with me at first?
Sorry,
though?
I was just thinking. I was thinking about the space. I love thinking about space, bro.
I know it hurts my brain. Like, it's scary. It's scary. It's scary imagining how insignificant. Like I hate people that are like, "Oh, we're on a floating rock and nothing matters," and I hate that person because they're so annoying. But at
Yeah.
the same time, they're kind of right. Like that's why you can't focus about space. You have to focus on the humanistic side of Earth. You can't focus on. You can't make logic out of it. Don't quit trying to make logic out of going to work or something. Like
That's
not-
how people like. That's a quote or something. It's a quote somewhere, but people find comfort in trying to make something make sense than have it not make sense.
right, yeah. But the thing, people need to be comfortable with not knowing.
Yeah. But that's too scary.
It is scary. I guess it's like people like find comfort in the unknown. You need to find comfort in the unknown or something like that. I
I don't know how it goes. Alright.
but like I get what you're saying. Just do it though. Do it.
Yeah.
But all right, let's see how long we've been running for.
Probably not that long.
Oh
at all.
my gosh.
If I had to guess, 38 minutes.
I've got the hiccups. That is not what dude, I freaking hate art history. Let's just take a little side tangent just so I can explain to you how bad I hate art history. And I can't even pay attention to that class. First of all, it's the last class of the day and I'm starving. I just want dinner. I want to get
You
back
and
to
I
the
both,
dorm,
bro.
eat dinner, and like just shoot the podcast or lay in bed or just do something other than go to this class. And anyways, I go in there. I already don't want to be there. It's a boring class. Nothing is keeping me engaged. And then on top of that, the girls beside me are playing Roblox or some other game. Actually, today they were talking about playing Phasmophobia.
Oh.
I almost was like so. I'm not like the only word I've ever said to this girl was, "Hey, where'd you find that PowerPoint at?" And that was like the second day of class.
Yeah.
But like, I almost was like, "Yeah, I play a little bit of Phasmophobia." So like, and that they were just like,
so
they would have just looked at me and been like, oh, "Okay," and they just went back to talk. But anyways, they're playing Roblox, and the dudes in front of me are just keep talking the entire class. Holy shit! I just want to. And he has the stupid blonde, the bleach blonde hair,
The tips are just all blonde.
the tips. It's not really frosted tips, but it's not like his whole entire head blonde. It's like only a part of it. I just want to. I'm about to admit to a crime here. I just want to grab his like the back of his head and just start slamming it against these desks until he's dead. Yeah, until he's dead.
Okay, Jesus.
I'm just getting frustrated, and I got so frustrated that I meant to pull up the stream just so I could see how good we are on time.
My semester is going fine. Just my calc teacher. I need to show you his rate my professor after this too.
Because you guys
He
don't
has
know
the
anything,
worst
do you?
ratings I've ever seen.
Well, because like none of the class is following what he's saying. You said he doesn't even. He just talks.
Yeah, I don't know what he doesn't teach. Anyone in the class will vouch for it.
But I would
We're actually at an hour.
hour 5.
Give or take like.
I
10
told you
minutes,
we're
though.
pretty
Give or take
late.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
I can't believe I dropped the cable, but if that's all I broke, I'm so happy.
I hope
We need to do
this
something about the management, cable management.
I don't know. Okay. Well, okay. This is a conversation for later. I almost gave away. You guys don't know everything. Okay. I found it's so almost not cringe, but it's kind of weird. But I just talking about like the podcast behind the scenes and how there's so much that goes on to making this podcast that they just don't know about. And I think that's so cool.
It is cool.
Like but I almost gave away like I actually planned so much for the podcast. I don't know why like that's so cool to me. I'm like I think it's almost because for the Two Dummies One podcast, it was just me and Garrett just sitting down and just talking. If anything, we're like, oh, let's talk about this story for this week. We're like, okay. But like for this one, I actually plan it. I'm like, all right, I've got a schedule written down or something. I'm like, for this week we're doing. I've got like a pretty like I got
You need to
decent
remind
plan.
me what we're talking about next week.
we'll see.
Is that
like,
up in the air?
I-
I think I have an idea what that is, but I'll talk about it later.
We'll see. Yeah. Like, there's just so much that like goes on with planning for this podcast. I actually take it so seriously. It's so cool to me. Sorry, just a little quirky. Okay. So we are at 107. I think we're probably going to cut it here. Thank you guys so much for listening to this, the first episode of October. Pretty
fall, y'all.
It's fall, y'all.
I like that saying. Fall, y'all.
Well, you sound like
fall, y'all.
You know what you sound like? You sound like but
Yeah, he crammed.
well, okay. Let's wrap this up. Let's wrap this up. Okay. Is there anything you want to say besides go like the Instagram if you haven't?
Be on the lookout for follow the Instagram for sure. I think I want to grow to be more interactive there.
Yeah.
And then I want to also say look at my shop at Addi in the future in the next few weeks, maybe get a few photos there. I actually have some more to say. I want to shoot more content outside of a podcast too, so we need to start making videos as well.
Oh, I have some.
We have one video in the works right now, and then there's a few other videos that are planning. We're planning.
Right.
And I want to get those out too on either the D302 YouTube or Life at Addi. One of the two.
All right.
But I can't.
Maybe we put up a poll. Maybe we'll put up a poll later and be like, should we add more? Like, I don't even know what you would call that. Just more normal YouTube stuff, or should we keep the podcast channel strictly the podcast?
Oh, we do have a D302 YouTube. It's so bad. I just literally forgot.
How do you forget about our YouTube?
I don't even.
The D302 show on YouTube. You know, I actually put in a lot of work for this podcast.
Dude, I can't wait for them to see the logo, bro.
Okay.
You're using it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No one would probably even notice.
Wait, they won't notice it if you say it. Don't say it.
I'm just saying, like, no. That's not. I'm saying, like, no one would probably even like just care about it until I say it. But I drew the pod, or I drew the logo.
Oh, wait, never mind.
No. I was saying it was something different.
Yeah, say that, bro.
Yeah,
Lucas went crazy on this one.
I've never really drawn on Photoshop before.
Oh, you use Photoshop?
Yeah.
Have you ever used Illustrator?
Yeah, Illustrator would have been better to use, but my Surface doesn't support Illustrator.
Really?
Yeah, it supports Photoshop, but it ended up coming out good and clean. You know, please don't go roast me. But
nah,
it's just
if
like,
anyone roasts you, they'll take it up with me first.
Yeah, you guys
I like it, bro. I think it turned out well. I had to talk him into using it because he made another one, and guys, you do not want to see the other one, bro.
It was Plan B.
It's like he made Picasso at first, and then I drew something, and then he's like, I'm gonna use the one that Addi drew,
even though I drew.
Bad, bro. Yeah, Lucas drew it.
But all right, just if you say, you don't have to say anything, but if you do, just be nice. I thought it was pretty cool because first of all, I can't draw. Let's just get
y'all. Sorry.
I can't draw, but just be nice. All right, going on for too long,
like usual,
per usual. Okay, let's wrap this baby up. Follow us everywhere you can follow us: YouTube, Instagram. Yo Addi with 3 I's. Yo Addi DIII.
Real.
Okay.
Yep.
BFFR.
Be real.
Be real.
I think that's it. All right, we covered the races.
Yeah, we got the 6th. Yep. Yeah, 6th episode. Oh, wrong one. There we go. 6th episode.
The clap.
Yeah, I did the crickets at first. I kind of.
Okay, that ruined it, bro.
Yeah, but all right.
Thank you.
See you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.